Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're continuing on with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. We just finished expressing some of my, more reasonable and I think intelligent decisions or suggestions, if you will, in regards to what can be done here on Dantooine and for the rest of the Jedi Council. Now, the Council obviously was, not hearing any of it, but that's not the point. My voice was heard this day, and perhaps changes will come to the future. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, watch the end of the last video. It's very random. Anyway, let us continue. I'm done with Dantooine. Now I gotta move on to the other planets that have star maps. And therefore, ways of finding things to become better. If that makes sense. Hello, Deezra. Padawan, a word if I may. There are many rumors about your most recent meeting with the Jedi Council. There's talk that they are sending you on a mission to help us against Malik and the Sith. My discussions with the Council are none of your fucking business. Please understand, I'm not asking you to reveal anything that can endanger the order of the Republic. Whatever the task the Council has given you is for yours, not mine. I only wanted to wish you well and warn you to be careful. There are many evils out there, many dangers. The Sith are not the only minions of the dark side. I can look after myself. Yes, your skill and prowess are already well known throughout this academy, but even you would be wise to heed my warnings. Master Dorak has been training me to succeed him as chronicler here in the academy. In my studies, I have come across tales of creatures that are born in the evil dark side. Of the dark side. Monsters of pure evil. The worst of these abominations is the Terentatek, a beast that feeds on the blood of those who are strong in the Force. Over the centuries, many Jedi have fallen to their ravenous hunger. I think there's one on Kashyyyk. Pretty sure. Why are you telling me this? You have completed your initial training in a fraction of the normal time. The Force is very strong with you. I'm afraid you might become a target for these creatures. The Terentatek is a predator, and we Jedi are its prey. They are incredibly strong with a primal cunning, and they have an inborn resistance to the Force. There are some who believe the Terentatek is a monster bred by the ancient Sith and spread throughout the galaxy to destroy the Jedi. Fortunately, the Terentatek is quite rare. They only dwell in the most dangerous and darkest of places. In fact, one has not been seen in nearly 40 years. Like I said, there's one in Kashyyyk, I believe. I think that's the beast, and you get huge bonus things for it. Why are you worried about them now? This is not the first time the Terentatek have vanished for long periods of time. Many believe they can lay dormant for years, only to rise and hunt when the power of the dark side waxes full. I fear Malik's rise may have woken these creatures from their dormant state. Once the Sith are beaten, I would not be surprised if the Council organized another great hunt to try and exterminate them. Can't waste my time listening to your fables. Final warning as you go, Padawan. Do not underestimate the Terentatek. If you do, you may suffer the same fate as those who disappeared after the Great Hunt. He also talks about crate dragons, but honestly, it's nothing we really need to share. It's something that you're fully aware of. Anyway, I didn't talk to Kratos Yurkol before, but he does have some things we could maybe look into. I understand. Congratulations are in order. You decided to join the Jedi rank and file. Jedi Danku 8000. Another fresh-faced apprentice ready to leap into Jedi training with both feet. Best of luck to you is all I can say about that. It's always good to see another ally in the fight against darkness and corruption. Or is it? If there would be more people like you around, an honest businessman could make a decent living, and companies like that damn Zerka Corp wouldn't even exist. But listen to me. You didn't come here to listen to my ramblings on the evils of the Zerka Corp, I'll bet. What can I do for you? Like, see what you have for sale. Excellent as always, my selection is somewhat limited. Zerka Corp has a monopoly on some of the suppliers. Gay! But I'm sure you'll find all my inventories of the highest quality, and I've got a few special items you won't find anywhere else. He does have some good shit, if I remember correctly. I feel like I should have more money than that. Yes, I'm going to buy battle armor from you. No, I'm not. It's only 400, all things considered. But... oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh, hold on. Anyway, Sanasaki's blade. 3 to 12 damage, physical, with 3+ ion damage versus a droid. And it's a balanced weapon with an attack modifier of 2. I can see why it's expensive. And it's upgradable. Ooh. I wonder what it'd be like if you upgraded it. What's the description? Senesis... How do you say that? Sanasiki used this weapon to kill Nelinik, a Zabrak who assassinated the Achani High Protector with battle droids. Cortosis protects the blade against lightsaber sparring damage, while energy cells disrupt droid components. It's pretty cool. Jurgen Kaltis Assault Rifle. It's also worth a shitload of money. Energy of 1 to 8. Ion damage 1 to 6 versus droid. And an attack modifier of 3. And it's upgradable. Crazy. Stealth field reinforcement. Pretty good there. Interface bandit. Oh, that's what that is. Resist 5, negative versus sonic. Computer skills 2, demolition 2, security 2. So it's basically very similar to that other band I was wearing, except it's got more. No, wait a minute. It's very, you know what? It's almost identical, except it resists sonic damage. Breath mask, aural amplifier. No point in paying for that. Infiltrator gloves. You'll find those down the road. Retinal combat. Immunity to critical hits and skills or awareness of 1. I should be able to get that. Oh, God. My sincerest apologies. Those sneak up on you. Whoa, that actually made me dizzy. That was a big sneeze. Alright, let's see what's on the sell list. But the one thing I've noticed about selling things is they rip your ass off. Look, he'll take these for free. He's not going to pay you for clothes. He's the Salvation Army. What a dick. But I have a lot of these type of things that I could probably sell. The mod armor. It's been upgraded. It's not going to give me much. Even the prototype vibroblade. Usually, I thought the shock stick was really good. Maybe it's not. Even that's not that good. Is that upgradable? No. I do see somehow I get vibro swords and shit. Lightsabers are worth a decent amount. Oh, I should sell some of these crystals. There you go. Have 3. Wow, these shields are pretty good. Worth a lot of money. The power belt's worth quite a bit. Wow, look at the response package. Look at these. These things are worth quite a few. Sell the data pad. Ha! You know what? I think it's not worth anything. It's just doesn't do anything for you. Sell it. You can have his data pad. I don't use mines that much. Mesh underlay. Droid parts. Okay, I guess that's it. Okay, we sold stuff to him. And he has droid parts, but we don't need them. So, anywho. Where the fuck? There's Mission. I'm gonna talk to Mission again.
Hey there. What can I do?
Let's see if we can talk about her brother a little bit more.
I'm sorry for the way I acted before. It's just that when it comes to Lena, I tend to get a little worked up.
Why do you hate her so much? I don't know, what'd she do to you?
My brother and me had a good thing going. Sure, Griff had his run-ins with the law on Terrace, but we got by okay, until Lena came and ruined everything. She was a dancer at the cantina where my brother used to go play Pazik.
Pazak.
Griff could be a real smooth talker, and it wasn't long before the two of them were dating. But Lena was used to dating rich Teresian nobles, guys with mountains of credits. Griff could never give her the lifestyle she was used to, no matter how hard he worked.
Did Lena dump him?
I thought Lena would brush Griff off when she saw how poor he was, but for some reason, she stuck around. I guess she saw the potential for a big payday down the road.
See, I wouldn't even get involved with a girl like that. Maybe. So what happened? I'm not going to get on anybody's side here. What happened?
After they'd been together for a few months, Griff told me he was leaving Terrace. He and Lena were going to try and make their fortune off-world. He promised as soon as he made enough credits he'd come back and get me, and we'd all live like royalty. That was 2 years ago. I haven't seen him since. I don't even know where he went.
Sounds... maybe something happened to him.
Oh, I know what happened. As soon as she got him off Taurus, Lena sunk her claws into Griff butt good. She twisted him around her little finger and made him forget all about me. I know I'll probably never see Griff again. But part of the reason I came with you was to hope that I could find out what happened to my brother. Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No.
Okay.
I know where he is, but last time it didn't work out. You know what I mean? Oh, for God's sake.
How can I help?
You look like something's bothering you.
No, not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
I think you're interested in more in more than just the bond between us.
Please. I'm a Jedi. Such feelings, such attractions are, well, they're beneath me, quite frankly. I admit I find you intriguing. I mean, I find your command of the Force intriguing. My interest in you is purely academic. Surely you can understand why. Our fates are strongly connected. So connected that a literal bond has been forged between us. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship.
She is lying. She is lying. I'm supposed to be a dick. Our relationship is just some kind of clumsy come on?
I was referring to the bond we share. The one the Jedi Council spoke of.
She's
If I was
lying
actually
about it.
Interested in you. Rest assured, I could come up with a much better approach than this.
Oh, really? Guess I touched a nerve there, huh?
Touched a nerve? No. Getting on my nerves? Most definitely. I suppose this is what you men consider being witty. Are
Ha!
you going to answer my questions, or would you rather just keep annoying me?
The second one.
I see you intend to be childish about this. I guess I won't get into continuing our discussion right now, will I? I suppose I'll just have to speak to you again later. Hopefully you'll behave a little less like a little boy, and a little more like a man.
I'm gonna talk again to her, see what happens.
How can I help?
Is there something you want to ask me?
I do. How did you know?
Well, you keep staring at me. See anything you like?
You are easily the vainest, most arrogant man I have ever met. Besides, I know you can't be serious, since I was purposefully not staring in your direction. I am a Jedi. Remember, I have far too much mental discipline to reveal what goes on inside my mind with such obvious physical clues. My thoughts remain hidden, including whatever my feelings are for you. I mean, whatever I feel... whatever I think about you.
Ah. You're so cute when you're embarrassed.
That is you... Why must you be so impossibly infuriating? You know very well what I am really talking about. I am referring to the bond between us, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you.
You can warn me when I do something bad. Blink once for dark side, twice for light.
This is The choices you make could affect both our destinies. Not to mention the fate of the Republic and the entire galaxy. There is much at stake. Already you exhibit the kind of willfulness, erratic behavior, and lack of compassion that will lead you to corruption. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force.
Why are you getting so upset?
I'm sorry if I come across as harsh, but I am concerned for you, for our mission, and for myself as well. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well.
It works both ways, doesn't it? You could help me stay strong.
Yes, that is true. I will do my best to guide you, but I am no master. Not yet. And there are times when I find the sheer strength of your power almost overwhelming. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light.
I'll just say I appreciate any help you'd offer.
I only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission.
Is there anything else we should talk about?
How can I help?
I want to talk to you about that dream.
It was less of a dream and more of a vision. A vision the two of us shared. But I am certainly willing to answer any questions the Jedi Council did not.
Do you think we will receive more of these visions?
With luck, we will. I would rather not rely on such visions to guide us, but when we have so little else to go on, and the galaxy hangs in the balance.
I still don't understand why we shared this vision.
Are you wondering why we shared the vision? Or why we even received it in the first place? To the first, I can only repeat the answer that the Council gave us. Our fates are linked, and for two as strong as we are in the Force, that amounts to a near-physical bond. As to the second, I truly don't have an answer for you. The Force works as it will, and perhaps we should be grateful for what we've been given.
How did our fates become linked?
I don't know. Believe me, I certainly don't find the prospect of being joined to you enjoyable in any fashion.
Don't lie. It just seems a little convenient.
The Force often seems to cause events that bend the laws of probability, especially with those that are strongly affiliated with it. In this respect, you and I will simply have to become accustomed to such convenience. We are the tools of the Force, and we will do as it wills.
You make the Force sound alive.
There is no evidence one way or the other. What you believe the Force to be ultimately will decide who you are.
I have another question.
What would you like to know?
What do you think they were doing?
I have no idea. It was obviously important, however. That is why we must investigate this further.
Alright, that's all.
As you wish.
Okay, cool. Let's bounce out. Fuck it, ball out. Let's go. Sorry, one sec. Okay, anyway, I could talk to a few more people. I think this is Mission's crib. Yeah.
Hey there. What? Don't worry.
Yeah. There's
Okay.
nothing more to say in terms of her, but I could talk to Canderous and get a few more stories. There's a lot you can talk about.
Yeah, what do you want?
Any more stories?
I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had. Except Mandalore himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above 1,000 worlds. Each brought back stories of his achievements.
What was your story? Oh wait, no. I would have harnessed that power sooner.
We were still recovering from the war we fought with the Sith. We were not yet strong enough to fight the Republic again. We needed to train another generation to do that. We would travel from world to world and descend on it in our basilisk war droids. I still remember my first combat. I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with the basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle.
What happened next?
The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below.
Those droids sure are something.
The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life.
I want a basilisk war droid.
I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know?
No, I'm good. Now,
Your choice. I'm here if you want some.
while he was talking, I actually did some looking up, and I'm going to try something right now. Before I head to Dantooine, which is my next stop. I don't need anybody in here but her. Okay? Now, if all goes well, since I've already talked to her, and she's like, oh, I found Griff, blah-de-blue-de-blue. Or, you know, she's like, I won't let my search for Griff interfere. We may find Lena. Let's see if it happens. Here it is. There's the bitch right there. Actually, she's pretty fine.
Mission, is that you? It's me, Lena, remember? I was dating your brother back on Canderous. Lena? What are you doing here? Where's Griff? I'm just passing through. Griff and I broke up a few months after we left Terrace together. Probably for the best. Your brother can be charming, Mission, but he's bad news. Don't you start trashing my brother, you cantina rat. Take that back or I'll smack you so hard your head tails will pop off. Mission, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting this way?
Mission gets a little worked up when it comes to... I'll side with her. You took your brother away and left her alone on Terrace.
You've got your facts a little backwards. Mission could have come with us if she wanted to. It was her choice to stay behind. You liar! Griff told me that you didn't want his little sister tagging along. That's why he had to leave me behind. Is that what the Hutt spawn told you? I wanted you to come with us, Mission. I even offered to pay for your ticket. Why not? I paid for everything else while I was with that freeloader. But he told me you didn't want to leave Terrace. I said we shouldn't even go then, but he said we'd come back and get you after we struck it rich on Dantooine. Just another one of his lies. No, you're the one who's lying. Griff wouldn't... He wouldn't try to leave me behind.
Maybe your brother isn't the man you thought he was.
Think about it. If Griff wasn't trying to ditch your mission, then why didn't he tell you where we were going? After we left Terrace, he told me looking after you was holding him back. Griff's always looking to blame other people for his own problems. That's why he abandoned you. He did the same thing to me, too. As soon as I ran out of money, he started blaming me for all of his problems. Like it's my fault his get-rich-quick schemes never work out.
So where is Griff now?
Still on Dantooine as far as I know. Not that I really care anymore. And if Mission was smart, she'd forget about that no-good con artist.
But Griff is my brother. I just can't pretend he doesn't exist. If he was here to defend himself, Lena wouldn't be saying all this bad stuff about him.
Hey, if you want to talk to Griff, go ahead. Last I heard, he was going to make a fortune working the Zerka Corp mines on Dantooine. But as far as I'm concerned, he's out of my life forever.
Griff's better off without you anyway, you table-dancing, brother-stealing home wrecker.
I guess that's my cue to leave then. I didn't mean to upset you, Mission. But one day you'll see I'm right about your brother. I only hope it's not too late by then.
Yo, whoa, Lena, hold up. Lena, wait, girl, just a minute, just a minute. You know, just because you and Griff didn't get along, and Mission got mad at you. Stop, please stop, Lena. Wait, no, Lena. Doesn't mean it can't work out between us, baby. Lena, come back. Just a minute. No, where you? No, stop, girl. Stop for a second. Nice tits. Okay, fine.
Be that way. I was gonna take you for a steak dinner. But I guess not. I guess you're better than me. I'm not good enough for you. Is that it, Lena? Well, let me tell you something. I have my own ship.
What? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Starting shit with random people. Because I find it funny. Anyway, so we've talked to whoever. We've actually started that quest. That's the one thing I forgot to do in my last Let's Play of this game. And that's what screwed it up for me. Is there anybody in here? Oh, there's supplies. Well, thanks. You could store shit in here if you want. Like anything extra. But there's no point in storing shit because you don't have a limited inventory. That's what I don't understand. There's no point in storing anything. No point in talking to him or Zalbar. Maybe the Cathar.
I feel I must apologize for the way I acted towards you before in the Grove. It was wrong of me.